Hello, good morning. I am Dhyuti Pethadia, lecturer in Rai University. Today's my topic is staining technique. Okay, what topic we include in our today's session? Aim of staining in microbiology. What is stain? Steps in staining. Method of staining. There is two methods: simple staining and differential staining. Okay. Then first topic, aim of staining in microbiology. First of all, to increase the visibility and contrast between the cells and surface. Next one, to study the morphology like cell size, shape, etc. And third topic, to detect the extracellular and intracellular component of our cells like lipid content, cell wall structure, etc. etc. And fourth one, to help in the primary level of the diagnosis. Next one, what is stain? Stain are dyes. There are two types of the dyes, basic dye and acidic dye. Acidic dyes which contain the negatively charged ion and basic dye which contain the positively charged ion. Next, most of the stain that we are used in the laboratory, that is basic dye which contain the positively charged ion. And our bacteria, our bacterial surface which carry the positively charged, carry the negatively charged ion. And a negative stain which contain the acidic dye which contain the negatively charged ion that do not stain the cells but it stain the background. Okay, there are two types of the dyes, basic dye and acidic dye. Basic dye which contain the positively charged ion. There are example of the basic dye: methylene blue, basic fuchsin, crystal violet, safranin and malachite green. Basic dye bind to the negatively charged molecules which are present in our bacterial surface like nucleic acid, like many proteins which are negatively charged, which are present in onto the our bacterial surface. Basic dye, mainly we are using basic dye in our laboratory. Then second one is acidic dye. Example of the acidic dye: eosin, rose bengal and acid fuchsin, which contain negatively charged groups like carboxylic and phenolic hydroxyls. Acidic dye, because of the negatively charged, bind to the positively charged cell structures. Next, general steps in the staining. First one is the cover slip. Our cover slip should be 3rd, 4th or 7th, 8 inches. It should be 0.1 mm thickness and should be used only for wet preparation. Then cleaning of the slide. First, there are two methods for cleaning of the slide. First one, take a slide and wipe the slide with the dry cotton cloth and pass the slide through the blue flame of the Bunsen burner 16 to 12 times. And the second one method, that is moisten the finger with water, rub it onto the surface of the fine sand soap and smear it over the slide and remove the soapy film with the clean cotton cloth. Then making the films, making the smear. Take a clean slide, place a loop full of our culture, our suspension culture, and spread the culture on our slide, our clean slide, and allow the slide to air dry completely. Then most important part, that is fixation of the slide. There are two methods for the fixation. Fixation is very important. First one, heat fixation, and next one is chemical fixation. By passing the slide over the flame, blue flame 3 or 4 times. And next one, chemical fixation. We can do chemical fixation by using the chemicals ethanol, methanol, picric acid, potassium permanganate and formaldehyde vapor. Take a drop of this substance and put onto the smear and evaporate it. Provide a heat and evaporate it. Not need to boil it, just to evaporate, we have to do evaporation process. What is the uses of fixation? What is the beneficial? First one, it kills the bacteria. It kills all the bacteria which are present on our slide. And next one, it prevent all the metabolic activity. It prevent the autolysis by inactivating the autolytic enzymes. It increases the permeability of the cells to stain. It makes the cell rigid and unfold the globular protein which is present in our cell structures. It unfolds the globular protein and exposing the reactive group which is present in our dye and increasing the affinity for the stain. Then method of staining, there is three methods: simple staining, differential staining and spatial staining. But in our today's session we are including there is only two staining process: simple staining and differential staining. Simple staining, there are two types of the simple staining: monochrome staining, it also known as positive staining, and it's also known as Diehrich staining. And the second one, that is negative staining in Diehrich staining. First one, monochrome staining, positive staining or Diehrich staining. What is the principle of the monochrome staining? Basic dye are used for this monochrome staining. Next one, basic dye which are positively charged, which contain the positively charged molecules, and our bacterial surface which contain the negatively charged ion like nucleic acid, amino acid and protein. When we applied this basic dye on our cover slip, then negatively charged cytoplasm, they are attached with our dyes. Monochrome staining, the use of the single stain in the monochrome staining, in the simple staining, in both monochrome staining as well as negative staining, which carries only one stain. That's why it is known as simple staining. In the monochrome staining, in the Diehrich staining, we are using the single stain to color the bacteria, is known as monochrome staining. We can use crystal violet, Laufless methylene blue and dilute carbofuscin for the monochrome staining process. Procedure of the monochrome staining: first of all, take a clean slide, make a smear and cover the smear by using the crystal violet, methylene blue and dilute carbofuscin. If we apply the crystal violet, then keep the stain for 2 to 6 seconds. If we apply the methylene blue, then keep the stain 3 to 5 minutes, and we are applying dilute carbofuscin, then it keep to 15 to 13 seconds. Then wash the slide under the running tap water, blow dry and examine under the oil immersion lens. Let's see the observation of monochrome staining. This is the observation of the monochrome staining. From the monochrome staining, from the simple staining, from the positive staining, we can only identify the shell shape. Either it is cocci or either it is bacillus. Then next one is negative staining, indirect staining. What is the principle behind the negative staining or indirect staining? Acidic dye we are using for this staining. Acidic dye which contain the negatively charged ion, and our bacterial surface, our bacterial cytoplasm also contain the negatively charged. So in this method, this staining technique, acidic dye do not stain our cells, but it stains our background over the surface. So the dye get gathered around the organism because of the repulsion process, because our bacterial surface which also possess the negatively charged ion, and our stain is also possess the negatively charged ion. So between the negative charge ion, repulsion occur. So dye get gathered around the organism. They give a contrast background and organism stains unstained because of the negative staining. In the negative staining, bacterial structure remain unstained and our background contain the stain, our background contain the color. We can use nigrosin and India ink for the negative staining process. What is the procedure of the negative staining? First one, take a clean slide, place a large drop of our stain, India ink or nigrosin. Then take a small drop of the bacterial suspension, bacterial culture, place a cover slip and look under the high objective power. In the negative staining, we are not providing heat fixation process. This is the observation of the negative staining. Bacterial stains, bacteria are unstained and our background are stained. See in the figure. This is the also observation, but this bacteria which contain the capsule. Then next one is the differential staining. There are two types of the differential staining, Gram staining and acid fast staining. In the Gram staining, it is a microbiological process that categorizes the bacteria based on the physical and chemical structure of the outer surface like bacterial cell wall. Gram's method principle, the cell wall of the Gram positive bacteria. There are two types of the bacteria, Gram positive and Gram negative bacteria. In the Gram positive bacteria contain the high amount of the peptidoglycan and negligible amount of the lipid. And in the Gram negative bacteria which contain the negligible amount of the peptidoglycan and high amount of the lipid. We can use in the differential staining, we are using two type of the stain. First one is primary stain and the second one it is known as the counter stain. As a primary stain, we can use in the primary stain that is basic stain, which stains the both kind of the cells, bacteria Gram positive cell as well as Gram negative cell. In the second step, we are applying mordant, that is Gram's iodine. It acts as a mordant. What is the work of the mordant? What is the role of the mordant in Gram staining? Mordant, that is a substance which increase the affinity of the stain, which increase the affinity of the primary stain. Act as a mordant and form the crystal violet iodine complex. When we apply the mordant, it forms the crystal violet iodine complex that is known as CVI complex, peptidoglycan complex in the Gram positive bacteria. And this complex is not formed in the Gram negative bacteria because the peptidoglycan layer is very less amount. In the next step, application of the decolorizer, then the Gram negative bacteria which extract the lipid, and the removal of the lipid makes the cell porous. Porosity allows the release of the primary stain. Gram negative bacteria cells become the colorless in this step, and this colorless bacteria took the counter stain. This is the structure of the Gram positive and Gram negative bacteria. In the Gram positive bacteria, in the previous slide I said that the Gram positive bacteria contain the high peptidoglycan layer and low lipid layer, and in the Gram negative bacteria contain the low lipid content and high amount of the lipid. This is the step of the Gram staining method. First step, Gram stain. First of all, slide is fluided with the crystal violet. Make the smear cover with the crystal violet for 1 minute, then rinse with the water. In this procedure, what is the result of this step 1? When we applied the crystal violet, when we applied our first stain, our primary stain, all the stains are stained purple color. All the bacteria, Gram positive bacteria or Gram negative bacteria, both bacteria are stained the purple color. In the next step, slide is fluided with Gram's iodine, that is our mordant. What is the mordant purpose? It increases the affinity of our primary stain for 1 minute and then rinsed with the water. Then what is the result? Iodine acts as a mordant, so all the cells remains the purple in color. Then what is the third step? The slide is fluided with the solution of alcohol and acetone. What is the alcohol and acetone? Alcohol and acetone, that is decolorizer, that decolorize the bacteria, and then it is applied for 10 to 13 seconds and then rinse with the water. What is the result? the smear is decolorized and the gram-positive cells remains the purple, but the gram-negative bacteria, gram-negative cells are now colorless. You can see in the figure, gram-negative bacteria are the colorless because of the it contain the high lipid content and low peptidoglycan layer. Then fourth step, the slide is fluided with the safrani, that is our counter stain, for 1 minute. Then rinsed with water and then blow dry. What is the result? Gram-positive bacteria remain the purple and the gram-negative bacteria are the pink. See the gram staining result. When gram staining, consider the morphology and color of organisms. What is the result of the gram staining? First one, we can identify the morphology as well as we can know the structure of the cell wall. Spherical purple organism report rod-shaped purple organisms. We can identify two types, rod-shaped and spherical microorganisms. Spherical purple color microorganisms, that is the gram-positive cocci, spherical bacteria, that is cocci, and rod-shaped bacteria, that is bacillus. Spherical purple bacteria, that is reported as a gram-positive cocci, rod-shaped purple organisms, that is gram-positive bacillus, spherical pink or red color bacteria, that is gram-negative cocci, and rod-shaped pink color organism, that is gram-negative bacillus. One more time, there is two type of the organisms, cocci, that is spherical shape, and bacillus in the rod shape. If the microorganisms stains purple color, that is the gram-positive bacteria, and if the microorganism stain pink color, red color, that is gram-negative bacteria. In the first figure, that is gram-positive cocci, purple in color and in the spherical shape. In the second one, gram-positive bacillus in the rod shape and in the purple color. In the third figure, gram-negative cocci, that is pink in the color and in the spherical shape, and in the gram-negative bacillus, that is in the rod shape and in the pink color. Variation in the gram reaction, positivity of the organisms can lose because of the cell wall damage. Sometimes it will be happen that the gram positive bacteria that will not give the purple color because of the cell wall damage. Our decolorization, use of the too old iodine and smear from the old culture. We can use only and only young culture. We should not use old culture. And negative organisms can appear positive when the smear is too thick. Next one is acid-fast staining. Acid-fast staining is a differential staining that is developed in 1882 by Paul Ehrlich. It is improved by the Zell Nelson in 1885. It is important diagnostic procedure for identification of the mycobacteria as well as protozoa and Nocardia. This is the three important microorganism. First one is Mycobacterium, second one is Nocardia, and third one is protozoa. What is the acid-fast staining principle? Mycobacteria which contain a typical lipid layer, that is mycolic acid. Let's see. The cell wall of the Mycobacterium and Nocardia is composed of a unique type of the lipid. And what is this unique type of the lipid? That is mycolic acid, and mycolic acid is not stained by the gram staining method, is not stained by the crystal violet or as well as safrani. That's where we are using acid-fast staining because of the mycolic acid which is present in the Mycobacteria, Nocardia and protozoa, that is a fatty acid. And this impacts a waxy nature to the cell wall. It is responsible for characteristic feature of the acid-fast staining. Let's see the method. First, fluid the slide with a strong carbol flushing and heat until the steam arises. First of all, take a clean slide, make a smear on the slide and make a smear, cover the smear with a carbol flushing and heat until the steam arises. We don't have to boil, we have to do only and only chemical fixation and care not to boil. Keep for 5 to 7 minutes. Wash the slide under the running tap water and decolorize with the 20% H2SO4 for 1 minute. We are using acid for the decolorization process, and acid fast bacteria, they are resist for the decolorization with acid. And counter stain we can use methylene blue and malachite green for 1 minute. Wash the slide under the tap water and do not blow dry. This is the step of the acid fast staining. And what is the result of the acid fast staining? The acid fast cells retain the primer stain and appear the pink in color because the acid fast bacteria resist the decolorization with 20% acid, 20% H2SO4 solution. And non-acid fast bacteria, they are doing the decolorization process. They are decolorized when we are applied the 20% H2SO4, and non-acid fast bacteria appear blue or green in color. You can see in the result, you can see in the microscopic figure. Acid fast bacteria, they are pink in the color. The cells that retain a basic stain that is carbol flushing in the presence of the acid alcohol, that's why it is known as acid fast bacteria. And non-acid fast bacteria lose the basic stain when we applied the decolorizer, that is 20% acid and 80% alcohol. And when we applied the counter stain, they are stained by the counter stain. Used to identify the bacteria in the genus Mycobacterium, there is two members are pathogen which causes tuberculosis and leprosy. Then next one is specific staining, that is endospore staining and flagella staining. We are just overview what is endospore staining and flagella staining. Endospores are stained with the primary stain, that is malachite green. That is vegetative cells. There are two types of the spore: endospores, which is present into the bacterial cells, and free spores. Vegetative cells are counterstained with the safranin. Vegetative cells which contain the spores, right? So spores which is stained by the primary stain malachite green, and the vegetative cells which is stained by the safranin pink color. You can see in the observation in the microscopic slide. It is used to identify the bacteria, Clostridium member and the Bacillus. Clostridium members are pathogen which causes the gangrene, tetanus and botulism. And the Bacillus, one member is a pathogen that causes the Bacillus, that causes the anthracis, which is caused by the Bacillus anthracis. Then next one is the flagella staining. This is the figure of the flagella. Flagella, you are very well known about what is flagella. Flagella, that is the organelles of the locomotion, that is the motile organisms which are help to the motility of the microorganisms. This is the microscopic observation of the flagella staining. Thank you.